Hi everyone, welcome back.
Bonjour.
Oh, hello, here we go. So, we are now in a place called, go on Gary, tell us it.
It's Legal or Leg or Lail.
I'll put it on the screen.
No.
I'll tell you what, I didn't want to say it. That's why he didn't know he had to say it till now. Anyway, we found a great air last night. We slept really well, didn't we?
Yeah, very peaceful.
So we'll show you around there shortly. And today's plans are, we've got to do a bit of washing. So we're going to sort out what you need to do for washing here. We haven't done a wash load yet, have we?
Not yet.
It's only been a couple of days, but we've only got a couple of tops that bloody fit, so we need to get it done on the reg, don't we? So here's where we parked up last night, isn't it, Gary?
Yes, you can see it's really, really quiet. And there's about sort of 10 spaces, and each space is really big, which is great. We were the only ones when we first arrived here, but someone came on later. Now there's got a dump station for grey waste and black waste, and there's water and there's bins. Now at the moment the water isn't turned on. However, if you know what you're doing, there's a little grate at the back of the water fountain that you lift up, and there's a big inline sort of valve, and I turned that on and then the water worked, so it was all good.
Oh my God, I wouldn't want us to do all of that, Gary.
Well, you do have to get down on your knees and reach into a big hole in the ground. But
right, I definitely wouldn't want to do any of that, thank you very much. I didn't know he was doing all of that, so if it's illegal, it's just him. His name's Gary. Anyway, so there is... There's a barrier there that was open, wasn't it, when we got here? So this was a free for us, wasn't it?
Free. I think it should have been something like 7 or 8 euros.
Yeah.
And you get given 3 cards at the machine, and those cards allow you to lift the barrier and then enter as and when you want. But there's no barrier.
Been a great park up. You can walk to Aldi from here. It's literally 3-minute walk at maximum, isn't it? And a bricolage.
And the sort of the bricolage like a B&Q.
Right. We're going to do a little bit of shopping in Aldi, see what the prices are like in France. Stop as you walk in the shop. You've got all the donuts and bits and pieces. So 59 cents for a chocolate donut. I'm going to look at the croissant prices. A pain au chocolat, 79 cents. Not bad at all. But I tell you what is good value. The baguettes. They've got these beautiful baguettes here for 39 cents. We're going to get one of those for lunch because they're actually really warm as well. The dial is pretty good. They're about €1.15, 1.25, 1.09 for the iceberg. Very good. Lots of little salad bits and pieces. They're all averaging around about €1, €1.29. Not bad at all. They've got some ready-made sandwiches. Oh God, they look horrible, to be honest. 1.29. Sandwich Club. No thanks, I'm not joining that club. We're very close to the Camembert region, and if you haven't seen our Camembert video, you want to have a look at that. But really great value for whole Camemberts. $2.79. Gary is a modern man and he loves the old Aldi fashion. What you found, babe?
A nice little sweat top.
It is nice actually. Little hoodie top. $12.99. Get it if you want, babe. It feels nice and soft. Yeah, didn't buy too much. What did we buy, hun? We just bought a bit of a baguette, some salmon, some pork, a few bits and pieces. Gary's new fashion wear. And
hey, it fits and it's warm.
Oh, and you'll look fabulous in it as well. So Aldi, if you want to get him to do a bit of modelling for you, I do understand. All in all, I think this is a brilliant Aldi. Don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. And it's lovely and clean, isn't it?
It is really clean. I know it's hit and miss with an Aldi. Some of them aren't so good, but this particular one, well worth a visit. And the prices, I think they're not too bad, to be honest. Hi. What do you do? He's got his dogs here. You travel all the time.
I travel for 2 years.
You've been travelling on the road for 2 years?
2 years, and I am coming the Sagres in Portugal.
Oh, really? You come from Portugal?
I go to the Oslo in Norway.
Are you going to Oslo? Oh, my God. And can I show your little setup? Look, he's got like a caravan with the dogs on. And they travel with you all the time. Yeah? It's nice to meet you. I'm Julia. What's your name?
Olivier.
Oh, Olivier.
Yes.
Oh, it's a lovely name. Brilliant setup. So Olivier's been on the road for 2 years. Hi guys, it's all right. I won't hurt you. I won't go near them because they're barking. Do you sleep in here?
Yes.
You do? Wow. Hi, it's okay, you guys.
Hiya.
Look at that. That's incredible. And he travels on his bike. Oh, he's going to show us.
And the little...
Oh, that's crazy. That is brilliant. Did you make it yourself? Did you make it?
Yes,
Yes. Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah, he's come all the way from Portugal. I mean, the dogs are going mad, but look at his bike set up and he pulls all this. I love it. It's brilliant. So we got to the machines and you've got 18 kilos for €3 for drying. The washing, 18 kilos, €10. 8 kilos for €5. But every single one of these washing machines are absolutely loaded and full, but they're finished. So God knows where the person is. I mean, how annoying is that? I don't know whether to get their washing out and just put them in the dryer. What do you think, Gary? I mean,
yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. Take their washing out and put it in the dryer and we'll put our washing in.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Looks like a guy's going to come and get it. So this guy's got an 18 kilo drum. I don't think we need an 18 kilo drum. We only need an 8 kilo drum.
If both 8s are done, unless we take one of the 8s out and put it in the dryer and then we just put ours in.
I know.
Maybe that's the way ahead.
I feel like it'd get beaten up.
He might be doing his drying.
What we have noticed is you don't put any laundry powder in it. It's already in the machine. We were looking for somewhere to put it. So it's all inclusive for €5. Actually, that's really quite good. Schedule your cycle and additional options. Select the wash temperature and then you're off. Okay, let's try this then, Gary. So you must be having to touch screen it. Continue. Don't know what that is. Oh, God. Wash. 8 kilo. What does that mean? Oh, what? Shit.
A €1 supplement for something, like an extra wash or something like that.
Oh,
no.
Do you want to go no?
No.
What? Service gratuity? None?
No.
What?
No.
We've done a right old error with this, haven't we?
I think we might have done.
It's soaking wet, so I don't think we've put it on proper spin. We don't really know what we're doing, do we?
Not really.
Right, let's Google it next time. We're just going to have to put it on the dry for about 12 million hours. Gary's just been to the shop to buy something. I always lock myself in the van. I didn't realise there was a guy outside and he's knocking on the van door for me to let him in, and I'm going, shouting, go away. Oh, my husband's coming back in a minute. I'm only mucking about. But the guy behind must have been like, who's he? Like knocking on her door. God. Anyway, the reason he's been to the shop is because he needed a part for the sink, didn't you?
I did. The tap in the bathroom is leaking and I know what it is. It is the little cartridge that goes inside it. So I did find one. Slight difference is these are round little sort of receptacles and they're square, but the same size, and I can just cut those down to make them round. And it's the perfect thing. And
the problem with the sink was it was like coming out, the water was coming out around the sink, and I kept saying to you, I saw somewhere that there's a cartridge in there, and he wouldn't have any of it until
I just didn't know. I didn't say no. I just said
I know,
sure.
It's because I said something about it, that's why. But anyway, he's going to replace the cartridge and hopefully that will stop the old water going gushing everywhere. I noticed you didn't take my makeup out from underneath the sink before you took it. I
didn't need makeup, babes. I was just going to the shop.
Here is where the cartridge sits, is it, Gary?
Yes.
How does it go in there then?
So it goes in like that, and then there are bits and pieces go on top. And when you pull the tap up, that just goes like that. And when you pull the tap up, these little washers there allow. You can see when I do it, it goes from left to right, so it closes off the water there. And when I do that, it opens the water.
Okay.
And like that. And that's how it works.
Okay, so to add a little bit more drama to what's been going on today, the thing didn't work.
The cartridge didn't work, no. So what I've had to do is take a complete tap off because the tap was basically cracked.
Yeah.
So I've taken the whole tap off. I've crimped the ends of the pipe.
We've only come about 40 k's away, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're in a little area I forgot the name of the place.
Basel.
I'll put the name on the screen. Well, actually, another free park up. There's a good few motorhomes here. It's not as good as last night, I don't think, is it?
No, not really.
But I am making a little bit of dinner. So I've got one of these little baby roasting tins, and I often roast everything in here. I've just layered it with some fennel and a pepper and some garlic and the pork chops. I'll season this now, a bit of olive oil, shove it in the oven with some crushed potatoes and some broccoli, and Bob's your uncle. Here we go, the finished product. We've got roasted pork with fennel and peppers and crushed potatoes and some lovely gravy with red wine and a little bottle of wine. Morning. So it's Saturday and we're in Basel, aren't we?
Basel, yes.
We're probably pronouncing it wrong, but anyway. So we stopped in a quick little air last night, and there was about 6 other motorhomes here, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
It's all right. It's a little town. The church bells, You can see the church just behind us. Cool, they ring out loud in the morning. We was awake anyway, but if you're a late sleeper, you probably want to give this one a miss.
Yeah, you won't be here.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to head off. We're off to Chartres this morning. We've got to find a tap for our sink, so there is a bit of a water issue that we've got going on, and I reckon I've spotted a camping shop there. It's a bit tight to get out though, isn't it, Gary? You kind of had to mount the curb then, didn't you?
Yeah, it's quite a tight turn to get out if you're travelling south.
This looks like the place. Let's go and see if they've got a park. Looks like we might have found something. The friendly guy here has been really helpful. How much is it, Gary?
42. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think it's 31.
3 something like that.
It's not, oh, 63 euros. It's a brilliant camping shop in here. They've got all sorts of like electric bikes and everything you could want really. So, but what I had to look up when I was Googling, I didn't Google motorhome, I looked up camping equipment or camping supplies. I looked up. You just won't find it with motorhome, and they call them camping cars. So easier to do that if you're looking for a bit of stuff. We've got all our chemicals for the toilet, got some toilet roll, all of that sort of essential stuff. Found a little camping car map as well. Now I know you can use it on the app, but there's nothing quite like having a lovely map out, is there? I love a map. It's up a couple of bits, and Gary's picked up these stickers called Angles Malts. And what are they for?
So they are to put on the van, and it advises pedestrians and cyclists that you have dead zones that you can't see in your mirrors.
Oh, right, and you'll get fined if you haven't got one of them if you're over 3.5 tonne.
Yeah.
Now, we're not, but...
Let's get it just in case.
We've got them just in case.
We're right on the border. We're right on the edge, so we could get weighed.
We're always on the edge, babe. Camping car parks map was actually free. It's really good as well. What are you doing now?
Right, so I'm just preparing this to fit, and the best thing about this tap is, because it's already in the ends there as part of the production, I don't have to stick my bits in that I've got under there.
I hope you're not going to stick your bits in anyway, Gary, to be honest.
And what it means is I don't need any extra piping, which I thought I did need from Brickor.
No, it should all come in one,
so
surely.
It's all coming in one now, and it's dead easy to do.
Okay, so. You say it's dead easy. Let's see if it is. Gary's just going to take the sink out to do this, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I've got to get behind the sink to get the stuff done.
So this is what it looks like when it's all removed. We've seen this before when it leaked, haven't we?
Lots of times. First thing I would do is take these crimps out, so there's going to be water coming out a little bit, so I'll put the towel there to catch it all.
Okay. That's just stopped the water flowing, hasn't it?
Yeah, just by crimping the ends like that and tightening these. So.
Okay.
So in fact, what I'm going to do is take this off this side.
A bit of water gushed out of there just then, and he caught it in a towel, but it would have been better to have a bowl. Okay. Don't tell me that don't fit.
It doesn't fit. I need to extend. I need to enlarge that.
What oh god, that hole's not right, is it?
That hole's slightly smaller than it needs to be. Than it should be.
Oh crikey, we don't want to start doing that, do we? Well, can it not just sit like that?
No, because you've got to get that thread underneath. You see, got to get the thread underneath in order to actually put the tap on.
Oh my god. What are you going to cut it with? We ain't got nothing, have we?
Go to Brickor and get something.
Oh, frickin' Nora, you kidding me?
No.
Well, this is a right pain in the arse. Is there not a better sized tap?
No. No, I didn't see a better sized tap. That was the best one because it had circular there on it. Just means we have to just cut that a bit more. There. Okay, so that's the old tap. That's 27mm, and that's a 27mm hole. They don't make these anymore. What they make is this, and that's 33mm, or 30mm rather. So I've now got to enlarge that hole. So what I've done is I've put a Sharpie around it, and then I'm going to put a knife mark around it. I'm going to score it so that when I use a wood rasp, I don't ruin the melamine that's on the top here, and I can just enlarge that hole. And then once I've done that, that will fit in perfectly.
So I think you've pretty much sort of got it ready, haven't you, Gary?
Yeah.
It's got a little bowl under here to catch all the shavings. Okay, so where are we now, Gary?
Right, the tap is now in and secure, and I've now just got to connect these pipes to these pipes.
Okay.
Put the sink back in, and then all good to go.
Right, let's see if it works then, Gary. Oh God, it does work. It's not leaking.
No
I've got to
leaks
say, I'm
anyway.
not so keen on the tap. It looks a bit low slung to me, but anyway. Oh, you can move that
You can
around.
move that up and down.
Okay, well, oh, that is quite fancy. The weather's been really rainy all afternoon. We're trying to work out what's our best bet. Do we just like head straight down south? Do we try and wait out the rain? We're not quite sure, but we do know one thing. First things first, we've got to get some water. We've come to a little village called Eves, and we're going to see if one of the campinaires has got some water. There's water here.
Yeah, so there's water here. It's a camping car place, so you've got to present your card to the. There's like a tap payment, credit card payment thing.
Okay.
And then it allows you to press the button for water. So
Do we have to pay for the water then?
yeah, I think it's about €1 for 20 or for 90 litres, something like that. So
Okay, fair enough. We'll have to do it.
yeah.
So we're having trouble working this camping car park water thing. Gary's phoning the lady up, who is actually very helpful, but we're trying to say where we are. This map that I picked up for free is just proved quite its weight in gold, because I've just been able to say which number it is. So this is a service point rather than an overnight. We can't seem to get any water out. We can't work out how to work it. Look, it's pouring with rain. Quite late on that night, and you're not supposed to sleep here by all accounts. They have these like statues at the zebra crossing. Gary nearly stopped. Gosh, it gives you a right fright, doesn't it? But I think that's the point, isn't it?
I think it is. I thought, oh, there's a kid trying to cross the road over there.
We just filled up, and it's 118 euros for 66 litres, isn't it, Gary?
Yes.
177 a litre. It was much cheaper in the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, even though diesel's cheaper than petrol here as well.
We're coming into Chateau Dun, and we're going to find an air here. This is quite big, this place, and I think it's about £8 for the night, or €8 rather for the night. Okay, we've made it to the camping car air at Chateau Dun. Right, we've not really used one of these yet, have we? Not, well, there's not been one here to use. I think you need to get your pass out and tap it. Oh, do you want me to do it? Oh, God.
No, we won't be able to reach that. I'll just get out and do it.
Gary's going to get out. It's pouring with rain. There looks like there's a couple of people in here anyway. It looks all right. I bet this is really nice in the summer. He's using that one. Oh, look, the barrier's gone up. Oh, God, it's worked. Oh, it worked! Oh, Gary, how exciting. Oh, I could have probably touched that, actually. I could have leaned out. Right, oh look, there's a duck crossing the road.
That's how wet it is.
Oh God, the
Right, so
phone's
this
gone
is
funny.
the water bit there, I think.
What, to fill up with water?
fill up with water.
Right, let's get that sorted out as we are on the empty. Those guys look like they've got the driest pitches, as it were, but I think we'll go around that side, Gary.
Yeah, there's some pictures over there with electricity as well.
Yeah, that'll do. A bit electric, I can wash my hair tonight then. Absolutely dreadful and really boggy. We're just trying to find a space, maybe just pull to the side or something.
Side here.
Yeah.
Keeping two wheels on this.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's the only thing you can do, love. It's the only thing you can do. It is absolutely lashing down. Okay, south of France, here we come tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We're just about to leave Chateau Dun. Gary's doing all the jobs. And it was €6 for the night. Now, this place would be much better if it wasn't so wet. We basically slept on a bit of a slope last night, and we used that electricity point you can see there, and we slept on the side of the road rather than on the grass, which is where the pitches are, because there was no other pitch. But it was okay. Not brilliant because of the weather, but that's made our decision a lot easier. We're going to head south, and we've decided, where are we heading, Gary?
Vichy.
We're going to Vichy. So I'm excited about that because it's a little spa town. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give us a like and maybe even hit that subscribe. But here's our map of our journey so far. Thanks for watching, everyone. Love you loads. Take care. Bye.